life. And today we're going to use the analogy of a tree. The first people that come into your life is what we would call leaf people. Now, you say leaf people? Sure. They're the people that come into your life for a bit of a season. They come into your life when things are easy. But you know what? You can't rely on them. They take what they need, they enjoy the moment, and when the circumstances change, they quietly move on. Now, of course, here we are in living in Canada. We are in the midst of the winter season. In fact, last night it was about minus 33 here. With the wind chill, it was minus 41. So the reason I'm home this morning is because of the fact that the buses that I drive are not running today. So, of course, we don't have any leaves on the trees. In fact, our leaves only come around the 1st of May, and then they disappear around, mid October. Now, leaves are looking very, very, nice in the spring. Nice green color, looking really, really good. And people who come into your life for a season, they look really good. But as the season progresses, they begin to, they can't be relied on. And so what happens is in the fall, they look very colorful and then they quietly fade away. The next type of people that come into your life are the branch people. You say the branch people? Yeah, the branch people. These people seem very strong at first and may stay longer than others. In fact, they support you for a while. But you know what happens? When life becomes difficult and the pressure increases, they begin to break, disappear when things get too heavy, and that's when they disappear. Now, we have a perfect example of that. My home is completely surrounded by ancient trees. In fact, I have a tree in front of my house that is about 5 feet wide. It's a big old cottonwood, big old aspen tree. And behind my house, I have a series of big old evergreen trees. And in the front, again, evergreen trees and also cottonwood trees. Now, just recently, we had a big windstorm where we had, winds up to about 100 kilometers an hour or about 60 miles an hour. Now, it was interesting that during that windstorm, several branches from these different trees broke off. And so there are leaf people who come into your life and they're there, for a season. And then you have the branch people. These are the people that, they stay until things get rather difficult and then they break it off. Well, that's what basically happened during this windstorm. Several branches broke off. And what I had to do was I had to go around the yard and pick those branches up because they broke off. And people can be like that. They can support you for a while, but then when it gets really, difficult and the pressure increases, they begin to break away, especially when things get too heavy. They just kind of disappear. They come across like, hey, I'm there for you. I'm going to be with you. But then they leave after things get a little bit tough and the pressure increases. Those are not the type of people that you want in your life. We've been using, of course, the analogy of a tree. Then there are the root people. These are the most important people in your life. They don't just help or to be noticed. They stay with you through the hard times. They support you. They care for you. They accept you as you are. Root people stay no matter what season. I have a perfect analogy. Every fall, what happens is these big trees that I have around my house, they send their roots deep into the ground. And what happens is these root systems end up going into my gray water pipe. And every year I have to ask the plumber to come and bring his rotor rooter, bring his electric snake, and then he goes down into the gray water pipe and he has to dig out and remove those root systems that have made their way into, of course, the gray water pipe. And I appreciate the root systems that are around my home, except in that regards. I was talking about that big old tree that I have in front of my house that's about 5 feet wide. Well, the root system goes many, many feet under the ground and spreads out for many, many feet. Why? Because it keeps that big old tree from falling over in some of the incredible windstorms that we have out here where I live. You see, Alberta experiences every single year what we would call Chinooks. Now, what that means is that it's warm air that comes in from the Pacific, goes over the top of the Rocky Mountains, and then blows across, of course, southern and central Alberta, where I live. So, of course, we have these particular winds that blow, and sometimes they can be pretty extreme. That's why big trees like the ones that I have around my house have put in their roots into the ground. These, of course, when it comes to people and using that analogy, you want those type of people in your life because, of course, when the winds of life and the winds of change come into your life, these people are going to stay with you. They may not be, overly exciting, but they stay with you through the hard times. They support you. They care for you. But the most important thing is these root people, they're the ones that accept you as you are. They know that you're not perfect. They know that you have imperfections and you have, faults and failures and foibles, but they overlook that. And if you have people like that in your life, you are actually quite well benefited and supported. Reap people stay no matter what the season. So again, three types of people. You have the leaf people. Those are the people that are with you for a season. They start off looking good, but then when things get really kind of tough, they leave. Then you have the branch people who come into your life for a while. They support you, but when the tough get going, or when it gets going gets tough, they get going. The root people are the ones that you want in your life. Those long-term friendships. I have a friend whose name is Roger. Roger and I have been good friends since we were 3 years old. Roger's birthday is today. So Roger, happy birthday. And of course, we've been friends throughout the decades. He's a root person. And you may have several friends like that, or you may only have one or two. But if you have one or two people in your life who stay with you and, of course, support you even during the hard times, you are blessed. And also, as well, you have friends who are going to not only support you, but they're going to tell you when you are making mistakes, when you're heading the wrong direction. Don't get mad at those people. Be grateful that those people are in your life. Those type of people are going to be with you no matter what. I call them today the root people. So be blessed and be thankful for those type of people that you have, especially if you have a spouse that has been with you through thick and thin. I use this analogy from time to time. I remember when I first got married, it was the wedding day, and my wife came walking down the aisle in her, white dress, and she looked very beautiful. She's very beautiful anyway. But I remember looking at her and thinking to myself, how in heaven's name did I catch such a wonderful lady as this lady? Not only beautiful on the outside, but beautiful inside. And then it hit me. She's taking me with all my faults, with all my failures, and with all my, idiosyncrasies. And she sees, and I love this, she knows that I'm imperfect, but she knows that I am perfect for her. And I thought, yeah, that's great. So if you have people like that in your life, be thankful and be grateful. They're root people. And those type of people are going to be with you through thick and thin. These are the type of people that you want in your life. So there's my analogy today about the three types of people: the leaf people, the branch people, but the real ones that you want in your life are the root people. Those people know what you're like, accept you the way you are, and encourage you and stay with you no matter what. Family and friends like that are a real blessing. My name is Robert Dean Steele. Thank you for joining me today. You have yourself a great and godly day, and always look for the root people, the people that are going to be very special in your life. And I want to tell you, they're out there. And here's a little thought yourself, and that is this: if you want friends, start off by being friendly. It's amazing how many people respond to a smile and a friendship. Have yourself a great day. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also as well, press the like button if you like what you're hearing. Also as well, check out my daily YouTube shorts. I did several of them today, and I think that you'll find them helpful and motivational and encouraging. Thank you for joining me. My name is Robert Dean Steele.